The path that I have followed in life is not the path that I thought I would take when I was a junior in high school. When I was a junior in high school, my parents and I went and toured Sam Houston State University. I wanted to go there to get a degree in teaching. But when I turned 16, I was having some health issues and I went to the doctor. And it turns out that I was 16 and pregnant. That was such a major shock to me and my family. We didn't know what to do. So I knew that I was going to end up having to make some very difficult life-changing decisions. My mother asked me, "You do know you have decisions?" And I told her, yes, I do know, but abortion and adoption is not in my options. I have one option. I did lots of research to guide me through and figure out which way I wanted to go. I checked into Sam Houston State University. I went onto online web sources, and I did a bunch of different research to look and see what exactly I could look for and to try to guide me through my decision. One option was to keep the baby and to deal with the situation that I had put myself into, or the other option was to give her up for adoption or to have an abortion. Automatically, I ruled out abortion and adoption. So my options were having the child. I don't think I could ever forgive myself for giving her up for adoption or for aborting her, because I strongly disapprove of those two things. I thought hard about my decision, and college was a big thing for me. I really wanted to go to college. Thinking about college and all my friends going really had me interested in going. So there's where my decision came into play. Did I want to go to college, or did I want to stay home and be a mother? I chose to keep the baby and to experience a life full of changes that I knew were coming my way. I knew education was a very big thing for me. So what I did when I was pregnant is I went to alternative high school, where I was not the only pregnant girl. There was a class specifically designed for pregnant girls. So I went to this class, and then at 5 months I was put on bed rest, so I had to stay home until I had the baby. Well, after I had her, I went back to the school, and I was able to graduate early with her being 4 weeks old and in my arms. And I was still able to walk across the stage with the kids that I had grown up with from elementary school to high school. After thinking about all of my education, I knew that I had to do something to help with my child and providing for her. I have a very supportive family, but I knew as a mother that I had to do something and could not always rely on my family. So at the age of 17, I was a full-time mother, a full-time student, and I worked full-time. So I was very consumed. It finally got to be too much, and I dropped out of college. And I focused more on work than I did anything. I wanted to make sure that I had a career that had benefits, that way I could provide for her, and so she at least had health care. So I finally got a decent job with great benefits, and then I decided I think it's time to go back to school. My daughter's in kindergarten now, she is 6, and now is the perfect time for me. So now I am going back to school part-time, and I am working full-time. I got my sources from a site called Teenage Pregnancy, 7 Traumatic Effects of Teenage Pregnancy. And this helps teenagers who are pregnant. It gives you steps and tips of things that other people have gone through. I also got my sources from myself living through this, and I also got my sources from the National Campaign to Prevent Teen and Unplanned Pregnancy, where it gives you ideas and tips and things that you could do to prevent it and to do something more creative with your spare time versus being sexually active.